Your phone knows your biggest secrets, and so do they. Welcome to Courage the Challenge, the podcast where we don't run from the truth, we embrace it and feel not only liberated but fearless. This episode might be difficult to hear, but awareness is always a necessity for growth. Call me a conspiracy theorist, I don't care. This is my perception. Observing the world has taught me to approach life with a courageous calm. Imagine that from the moment you picked up your first smartphone, something or someone started watching you. Every tap, every pause, every scroll has been logged. Not by a person, but by a digital detective that never seems to sleep. That detective is called the algorithm, who doesn't just record what you do, it learns to understand you as a person. By building up a version of you made up of your data input, your likes, your searches, your hesitations. It maps your insecurities, your cravings, your political leanings, even your loneliness. And then it's used not just to sell you things, but to shape your reality. So if a machine can know this much about us, how much do we really know about ourselves? More importantly, how much control do we have over who gets to use that knowledge? This is the world of surveillance capitalism. A system where your experiences, your feelings, even your vulnerabilities are turned into data, which is then sold to the highest bidder. You're not just being sold shoes, you're being sold as a product. These apps, like ChatGPT, they're not free. We are the price. It goes deeper than ads. The algorithm doesn't just respond to your interests, it feeds them. Whatever you pause on, expect a wave of similar, more extreme content on the same subject. And that's how rabbit holes are built. Not by choice, but by design. We are thinking our own thoughts. Are we thinking our own thoughts? Or are we reacting to a reality that's been fed to us, curated for our most vulnerable moments? Let's take a step back, shall we? We're outraged when algorithms manipulate us. We cry out when we discover our choices have been nudged and our behaviours predicted. Yet don't humans do the same? How often have the people in our lives told us what we want to hear instead of the truth? How often do we say we want honesty, but do we really, or do we only want it if it doesn't make us uncomfortable? Why do we ignore red flags, then feel betrayed when the truth comes out? Is it possible that we're shocked by manipulation, not because it's rare, but because it exposes a deeper truth that we're not ready to see? If people lie to protect us and machines manipulate us to profit from us, what's our responsibility in all of this? We can't control the system, but we can control our awareness. You don't need to throw your phone in a river, but you do need to stop pretending your digital life is neutral. So what can we do? We can audit your digital boundaries. Go into your phone settings, ask, why does this calculator app need to access my location? Why does a game need my contact list? Shut the doors that don't need to be open. Retrain your algorithm. Stop feeding it with content that makes you anxious, angry or numb. Seek out different voices, new perspectives, ones that light your fire and make you feel amazing. Don't let it build a cage out of your preferences. Break free and run for the hills. Ask yourself better questions every day. Who benefits from me feeling this way? Who profits from my distraction, my anger, my hopelessness? Am I making a choice or am I reacting to a trigger? Because here's the truth. The algorithm isn't evil. It's just efficient. But efficiency without wisdom becomes manipulation. So I'm going to leave you with this. If your phone knows your fears, your dreams, your pain, shouldn't you? If the system is building a version of you it can control, what version are you building for yourself? And when the world is full of digital ghosts and human masks, who do you choose to become? You have more power than you think. The ghost in your phone might know a lot, but it doesn't know what you'll do once you wake up. So now that you know the game, what will you do with that truth? This is about your power. It's about reclaiming your mind, your time and your story. Don't just scroll past this. Pause, reflect, decide. Because every click, every like, every choice, it shapes the world you live in. Audit your apps. Choose voices that uplift, challenge and expand your thinking. Ask questions. Ask questions. Share this episode and spread the light, because silence is complicity, but awareness, that's rebellion. Leave a legacy that matters, because this is your evolution. Thank you so much for joining me this far. I wish you nothing but goodness. Please take care of yourself and others and smile through it all. I'll see you next week. Peace.